welcome back to War in the Pacific Admiral's Edition. And we are back here on September 5, 1943. We do have a follow-up air raid with another carrier division that I think is going to catch him off guard, but the fact that we have carriers in the area, he may already be on guard. Anyway, I'm rambling. The main carrier task groups are pulling away, and the other fresh one is with 3 fleet carriers is going to be launching towards Surabaya today. Well, that is if weather permits. That's a nice juicy target. I like the size of that thing. But there's no guarantee we'll sink this guy. It is on fire, 1 torpedo hit, but we'll listen for it, but I don't. It looks like it's big and solid and probably gonna be able to break away. He's got Sally's now trying to bomb our subs. See, our carriers are on the back end of these islands. I don't think he's going to be expecting us. Pardon me. But again, not that it matters. If he's got cap, he's got cap. It's not like it'll make a difference if we fly in. Anyway. I saw that this airbase was almost repaired, so I decided, well, I guess we gotta get in there and hit it then. And I think I'm gonna stop using my vengeances against that huge troop stack. All right, 15 oil hits. We're gonna hit it some more. I'm not sure if we can knock it out of commission, but also I need to get some recon flights to double check. Huh. I didn't see the mission canceled, so I'm not sure what happened there, why we didn't go. Okay, 2 torpedoes into this guy. This should sink. The other one, yeah, like I said, I'm not so sure. Wait, what? We just got a notification that Task Force 240 encountered the minefield. Have to take a look at that. Does that mean there's some Japanese ships there? In which case, is it possible for us to catch them by surprise with our surface task force? Not sure about any of these questions. Okay, welcome back to the game here, September 6, 1943. I've been away for a couple days, but for you, it's the same video. Should be anyway, if I edit it correctly. And so, oh, I gotta sync those when I can. Bummer. Well, I was gonna say I gotta sync those when I can too, but you just don't expect destroyers to get hit. Okay. Well, we missed the destroyer, but if we can sink this guy. All right, 2 torpedoes hit. Why is that by its... Oh, okay, there they are. 3 torpedoes. Okay, he was carrying something with this guy. And that's going down. Yeah, this is what he's talking about when my opponent tells me he's frustrated by my subs. I mean, I've got him even in the middle of the water there. See this up here? Like, that's a lucky thing because I don't know where he's going, if he's going to bobble or... Oh! I'm pumped about that one. It seemed like Kashima was supposed to be sunk a long time ago. 3 torpedoes hit. Nice. There's probably some aircraft on that. Oh no, never mind. That's a CL. I was thinking CS. Okay, my bad. But it seems like the Kashima was listed as sunk once and then it came back. Oh, you know what? I don't hear the Kashima sinking. It may survive yet again. Now, if I hear a sinking sound, it's probably going to be the cargo ship. I don't know anymore. Yeah, we're just hitting Chiang Mai again. I don't know how much damage we did yesterday, but it showed 50% roughly. So we're just gonna hit it again. Put up to 100 hopefully. We aren't flying full air missions because I saw at least Mandalay isn't going. Maybe some others. Not getting destroyed. Well, you know what? I forgot to look at the the altitude because perhaps he's flying higher and therefore it's harder to shoot him down. Yeah, we're just not getting any good hits here. Heavy rain. It's just a combination of bad weather and some other things. All right. Oh man, overcast and we get no hits. This is a lot of bombs too. Look at that. 10 times 10 and 10 times 7 and 8 times 13. It's crazy. 1 out of 110 bombs. Okay, well, we're doing our part in instructing or directing the target to the target. It's up to them to hit. Okay, see if we can knock them about with our bombers, because our tanks are not moving as swiftly as I was hoping with their movement into the area, because it's not road like I thought. Oh, we lost him. See, we're just losing vengeance no matter where we put them. Now, yesterday our bombers didn't go to do this mission, so let's see how we do. Our low-level B-25Gs are flying in. This is a clear hex, so we should be getting some good results. And so far, that's what it looks like we're getting. If our Singapore raid doesn't go today, we had a follow-up Singapore raid. If it doesn't go today, I'm just gonna pull out. It's frustrating. There it is. See if we can. I was hoping it would go yesterday and we could get some aircraft on the ground damaged, but unfortunately it didn't go. That's the way of it. We just have to do without. But we do get some more repair shipyard hits. Basically, he can't use that for repairs. Well, that kind of repairs anyway. We're just gonna leave. Man, that's a bummer. Oh well. We'll go home and relax. No, we've got plenty to do. There's a ship sinking, you know, and as I mentioned, there's no telling if it's that cruiser or the cargo ship. Well, okay. Not quite the results I hoped for, but I got some sub action that was completely not expecting. The one thing I wish we would have hit is that tanker, but I'm not gonna complain too loudly. Let's get to the end of this and then talk about the turn and the situation operationally, maybe strategically. Okay, we are here in the operational report for September 6th as we jump into September 7th. So let's take a look. Got some repairs completed. Calcutta has an issue because I'm waiting for a cruiser to finish that. I think we have one more day on that, but we'll see. Got a lot of grounding reports. Okay. Yeah, these carrier raids, I have to get results or else it feels like a waste of aircraft and pilots. But there's no guarantee we lost any pilots. I'm just saying. Um, All right, we got some things, some more repairs completed. 3 subs, that's good. And a we talk, Vela Lavella and Itape. All right, C87. Okay, good. Refits, refits. Mingo, yeah, Mingo was finished repairing, but then they're refitting here. We got the 3rd Motor Brigade preparing for action. And then we get a couple of cargo ships reported sunk. This one way back in 1942. Okay. And 425. So really destroyed on the field 1. Oh, that tells me we sank that cruiser. All right, we'll take it. Jake. Because I don't think if he puts these Jakes on subs, I don't remember sinking a sub or even fighting a sub. All right, DNF to flak, and then you see the other things. Okay, Vengeance 1, yeah, not surprised. Dauntless, C87, and then so we get a replacement and so we decide, oh, we can waste 1. No, I don't think anyone thought that, but still, it's frustrating. 2 killed pilots or crew, unfortunate. Okay, we know this cargo ship was sunk. It's very likely we sank also that light cruiser, the Kashima. Um, and yeah, it's pretty decent all round, but it's no longer usable by him. Okay, sometimes I pull this up, maybe every time, but let's take a look. If you see anything, these are not the same. I don't think they are the same class, no, but they're both worth 9. Okay, well, there's that. Now let's look around the board. I'm unloading here, maybe fully unloaded. No, this is something else. So yes, I'm fully unloaded and bringing some supplies here. I feel like I need to do like a continue supply mission. But the first Marine is here prepping for Roy Namur. But I have things prepping for Jaluit as well. So I think I'm going to pull the trigger on some of these. I just need to double check where everybody's at, get my transports in place, and we'll go. We'll try to get all 4 of these soon enough. Marcus, I know I have some guys prepping for that, but that feels uh, untouchable right now. The 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 thing is he still has full KB and possibly more. Wake is a problem because I think he's flying search aircraft from there. So I'm probably gonna have to do a raid there, knock out what he has there. But we'll schedule something because that's annoying. All right. Well, moving west or southwest, I don't know. This map is obviously tilted, so it's complicated. But Sarong is coming up. Our escort carriers are coming around, and we already have our battleships here. So it's just a matter of I think a matter of loading up, and I might be doing that here shortly. Maybe when these guys get to Milne Bay, we'll start loading up. And then, yeah, we'll hit Sarong. We've got land-based air here, several fighters. We've got land-based air here, several fighters. So between the two, we can cover this plus our escort carriers. Because I know he has bombers here at Monado, and who knows where else, but we did pretty much wipe out Balbadaub. Speaking of, I don't see them anymore, but those ships that we intercepted up here with the guardfish, I believe it was called, this guy, He's heading back. Wow, that was very fortuitous. He was heading back and intercepted. So he may have been on patrol in a whole different place. Wow, that was amazing. I'm glad we got it. I don't know if they're coming to Bubble or leaving, but we also dropped some mines there. I don't even know how many. Moving west, further west from as we look at the East Indies. Here's our assets moving west here. Okay, the artillery is actually catching up to the tanks. Well, the TDs are moving fairly quickly. Trying to get in here and knock these guys out, and in the meantime, we'll keep bombing them and maybe attrit them that way. I don't want to bombard. That's just a waste of ammunition. When you bombard empty hexes like this, it's not real great results. So hopefully we force them to surrender, or we chase them into Kolaka, and we'll bomb them, keep bombing them, and maybe have them be wiped out by somewhere between here and Kolaka, so we don't have to fight them in the bad terrain. Yeah, jungle rough back here. Actually, Kolaka is jungle rough, so it seems like he'd be trying to run to Kolaka for added protection. I mean, we're bombing him, but he could at least move slowly in combat mode, take a week to get there, but certainly still better to get there than not. All right, we have secured Boaton, and I thought we were picking up our guys. Yeah, we are. We just have a few more pieces to grab, and then we can take Salajar. And like I said last time, we just need to get some engineers here so we can build it up. It's a viable air base, so why not, right? And from there we could really keep our eye on Surabaya. Um, but yeah, 250 aircraft here. It's kind of this can do its own missions if it needs to. We're gonna return to Darwin though at this point. Get fuel and whatnot resupplied. I may need to intercept it with. Okay, that reminds me. I pulled our oilers back to unload, and here they are, to unload at Darwin. What I may do before that is here, meet that and refuel it. Okay. So we're going to do that. We will, for right now, just set the home port here so that we don't have any fuel issues. We'll meet them, refuel them, and then we'll come back here for to empty the rest here at Darwin. I'm trying to get much needed fuel here. I'm doing emergency measures, bringing fuel all the way from San Francisco. I've got task forces coming from Townsville, etc. See this? Nope, this is coming back. Actually, what I'll probably do is load this with fuel, drop it off at Darwin, and then consider my options. If there's some more, for example, if there's more oil to grab at Bula, but I don't know if there is, if there will be by then. But anyway, leave our options open. I just need more tankers in the theater. Okay, moving on, because I think I've pretty much covered everything here. I've got guys prepping, training for Makassar, Manado, Ternate, Talavdai, London, even Morotai, and as well as like Sorong, like I already described, we're about to assault. Mouse, cooperate. Okay, I don't know what is my mouse doing. Okay, so sorry about that. Our carriers are heading to this area. Oh, this little guy hasn't been spotted. I'm going to um, push up to here. Okay. That's 4 hexes. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to get up there. I know I counted funny, but that works. He still sees our transports. I'm gonna come out. Okay. What? Okay. Let's see. How fast do they go? Let's say 6 in a day. Let's just say roughly 6. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna go here. Why am I clicking that without, I guess I need to, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Um, this should be fine. Remain on station. And then I'm going to push down. I'm going to bring my cruisers, I think, momentarily. Hmm. I'm going to do it. Follow distance of 0. Now he's going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe we'll be in this general area. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if that's true, let's just do this. For now, let's do 1 hex and stop there. I'm gonna try to make this optimized. We're gonna cancel meeting. We're gonna stay here. I don't want to mess anything up, so we're gonna literally target Rangoon. We're fine staying here. He's gonna move here. Then next turn we're gonna move to within 6, somewhere in here, and then this guy will come out and escort him, and then we'll come in here hopefully with 6 moves. We'll have carriers flying long range patrol, as well as it should be 2 squadrons of P-38s. And for some reason, 0 pilots. Oh, that's because of this. All right. So we have 25 pilots. We're going to transfer this to Rangoon. We're... Oh, man. So I'm going to have at most 14 aircraft. Yeah, we'll have 2 more anyway. So that's a bummer. So I'll have, now these guys don't quite fly 100%, what's the word? They don't fly 100% cap. Like if I do a long range cap at 100%, out of 25 aircraft, we might see like 8 or something like that. So like a third, which kind of makes sense because it's like they're covering this at they, even if I put 100%, they still have to take breaks, refuel, etc. So at any given time, I have 1/3 of the unit flying over here. But I imagine that's going to be the same with my carriers flying cap as well. So all these fighters are going to have um, uh, let's see. All these fighters are going to have, yeah, roughly similar results. So see this, it says 28 aircraft. Well, some of it's damaged and stuff. Let's say we have 53, which hopefully we have, let's say for simplicity, I guess we could say 50. That gives us 16. So maybe total of 25, 20 to from 25 to 30 fighters flying cover. That's better than zero. Um, maybe close to 40. It just all depends. Anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna kind of stop talking about that. But we've got things in motion. I think it's scary, but we're gonna give it a go. Um, let's let's not do that. I want to do this coordinated, right? So he's not gonna go yet because I feel like if I go here, he'll spot me and then he'll come out to do something. And I'm not really excited about that. We'll go here when this guy's ready to go here, and then he'll see both of these task forces maybe. He'll see our carrier. Well, he may or may not see our carrier, but we'll fly cap. We'll have more P-38s. We'll make some things go here. All right. So we're still pushing here. We've got some really slow moving stuff. It's crazy how slow this stuff is going. I thought it would take just like 4 days to get down this road, but it feels like it's taken like a week just to get, man, I mean, it's just slow, but they'll get there. I just lose, not, I'm not being very patient right now. I think this is gonna take 2 days. As upsetting as that sounds, we're gonna so because look at this, an open road, right? Uh, I man, I could have assaulted that. Well, we're moving in, boys. Settle to march, and we're gonna cross the river. We're pursuing him. We're gonna just do it. We're making it happen. These Chindits, I'm gonna cancel. There's nothing to outflank here. Just go in. I was gonna sneak around, but he's pulled back. There's no way I'm getting behind these guys here where they're at here. So we'll just hit it frontal attack and like I say, push them back into Thailand. And we'll use the Chinese here. And I've already said this, but I will use the Chinese up to the border, and then we'll pull back. Because I want to use the weight that they carry, the 584 assault value. They may or may not have great weapons and fighting ability stats here, although these guys are pretty well trained. But they have weight, you know, assault weight. All right. Um, and then and by the way, we barely damaged this boy, this Bangkok light industry. So that's disappointing, but it is what it is. All right, moving to China. Just assessing the situation. It looks like he's marching up here. Maybe he wants to knock me out here. That's okay. Um, I'm fine, I believe. In some of these areas, I feel comfortable about the situation. And yeah, we're pretty well dug in. He can't knock it out like he can if it's a base. So level 4 forts um, in wooded terrain, that's times 2. All right. I think we're okay. I just want to get some punching power to get back, and that's what I'm hoping to free up these Chinese to come back. We are bringing in more and more and more and more Indian units, and as well as African units, so that'll help free up the need for these um, Chinese. And then we can maybe make another push here in the south, like or in the east. I'd like to push back around. While he's got all these troops in this area here, concentrated by Chusien and north, I'd like to go around the south and if we go toward Shaohing, I don't know. You may see these guys start flying backwards, because this is weak right here. He's just covering he's just covering that. But supply is an issue. Just if it's not one thing, it's another. By the way, speaking of supply, please, anyone put in the comments if you understand why with 40,000 supply here, and you've seen me just dump thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of tons of supplies in here. Sure, we'll have 40,000 here, only 40,000, but we've pumped a lot up into these bases here, and that's why they're not like in trouble supply wise. So we're spreading the wealth and maybe even getting some into China, but I don't know that for sure at all. However, if you look here, this still just has 20. So if someone could tell me why there seems to be a traffic jam, in fact, Bassine is in great shape now with supplies. So if you can help me understand why we have an issue with Pegu, I would love to hear it. Um, I might bring in more fighters here for sweep duty. Maybe I'll bring the which one is it? The 23rd fighter group here, and they can sweep, in different places until at least until Rangoon is level 9 air, and then level 9 air we can just do whatever we want. Um, Anyhow, I appreciate you joining me and your interest in this campaign. I know it's not the most entertaining game to begin with, and then I know I'm piddling around doing funny, slow and funny things, but hopefully it's interesting. But and my opponent is definitely, for me anyway, keeping things interesting. So until next time, thanks for joining me again, and we'll see you next time on the 7th of September as we keep plugging along. It's a long war, but we're pushing on. Take care, everyone. Bye.